Hello everybody and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Checking out our new station Prodromos for some new research things to scan, since this is our first working thing that we've come across. We should get a lot more, or we should get a lot of research stuff to scan. We'll have a bunch of people to talk to. We end up coming back here fairly often just because it's like the first outpost. It has like the most things to it.
Pathfinder.
Okay. Don't know what you're sorry about, but whatever. But yeah, we do end up coming back to Eos probably more than any other planet just because it's the first one. So like pretty much what you want to do is go around like after every main mission that you accomplish, like important main mission. Like obviously there's going to be some that are like, hey, go speak to Tan. And then you'll go talk to him and he'll be like, hey, go do this thing, right? And then that's the thing that'll take you forever. So, after like the important main missions, you'll want to go back to every outpost that you've made, every hub that you have, just to see if there's more side quests to do, more, well, there won't be anything more to scan. These things don't change quite that much. Oh, there you go. A new Hyperion model. Oh, congrats. Hey, Connor, heard about the new position. Prodromos just gained one hell of a businesswoman. They're lucky to have you. If we ever find ourselves on the Nexus at the same time, I'm buying you a drink to celebrate. Vetra and Ryder, I know you're going to get nosy and read this. Hi. Really? Why would I get nosy and read that? Like, really? Like, that's funny, but at the same time, it makes no sense that I would ever look at that. I mean, okay. I mean, I did. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I actually did, but it really doesn't make that much sense. All right, so I think if we talk to, not these guys. The hell is that thing, I wonder? That's weird. But yeah, I know that there's a bunch of people. Maybe her? Because I think Vetra knows this chick. Hey, you.
Hello, Kim Connor. Supplies, trade, procurement. Anything you need, I can provide. Though you do have the Queen Quartermaster beside you.
You know Vetra?
Back on the Nexus, Connor worked with me to get everything for the Tempest.
But I need ground under my feet, and soon hopefully trade will flourish on Eos.
So how did you end up here, Connor?
Me? You're the Grand Explorer. I fill out requisition forms.
Really? Everyone here has some kind of story.
I left mine back home. Or... Still... Ask me another time.
You said you know Vetra. What's she really like?
Not a word, Connor.
As you like. Of course, you can't always be listening.
Does the outpost have everything it needs?
The Nexus furnished us with the basics, but that isn't enough for a home. Providing the rest is my responsibility. The labs can't work without good logistics. They'll have it.
Is Eos trading with any new partners?
Right now, just the Nexus, but I have contracts with Wildcat salvages and independent miners. There will be more.
It's weird that we have salvagers and independent miners.
See you
right?
later.
Like, you wouldn't think that there would be
Well, come
independent
back again.
miners with something like this. So she will tell you, I don't remember what it is she tells you, but she does tell you something about Vetra if she isn't there to, shut her down.
A word with you?
Sure.
Pathfinder. Jacob Mitney, Research and Development. My team's just getting set up here, but we've made a discovery you might want to check out.
All ears.
We've put together a blueprint for augmenting your armor plating. Uploading it now. If you can collect the necessary resources from around Eos, it should work.
Sounds useful. Good thinking, Mitney.
This could form the basis for armor production across the initiative. Scrounge safely, Pathfinder.
Let's see. Where will it tell me to do? It doesn't tell me. Oh, and also, I think since... I don't know why there's a question mark here when we're in Prodromos, but... let's see, did that bring up more? Yeah, like, see, first murder. I think we might be able to do that one right now. The memory triggers, those have shown up now. I still don't think that we can actually do that one. I don't even know what that marker is for. Hitting rocks, we can't get to that one if I recall correctly. What is this one? More memory triggers. Hitting rocks. Yeah, like these ones back here we can't get to because the radiation is still too high. I also don't know what that green mark is. Maybe Liam's down here or something. But anyway, we might be able to do the first trigger. Oh, but as you see, like viability, 74%. We will end up getting that to 100 at some point, but not until we come back. And actually, next time we come back should be the point that we can get it to 100%. And as you can see out the window there is already a memory trigger. There's a memory trigger in the place. Every time you build an outpost, because like, that's the way they did it, right? Because like your memory triggers are supposed to be based on your advancement as a Pathfinder. So like every time you set up a new outpost, whenever you make a good discovery, right? So instead of making it just something that happens as you progress, which to be fair would have made sense, as you progress through the main game, certain side missions, stuff like that, activates them. It's just they appear on the map after you have done certain things, you know? It's like, boop, memory trigger.
Sam, another memory prompt?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Yeah, so like if you saw that little bar that pops up and you saw how little that filled in, I don't remember if you need to fill the bar for your next prompt or if it's just once it hits a certain part of the bar. I don't really
Mayor
remember.
Bradley.
Pathfinder, good to see you. We're busy as anything thanks to you. Bit dusty, but we can adapt. It's worth it when it's your own.
Let's not drive people too hard. Rough enough getting this far.
Nothing you see here came from cracking a whip. Everyone is just ready. You go do what you need to on the Nexus. Follow that dot. There will be more to do on Eos later. Some key positions: Connor Supply, Ramirez Medical, Abrams Science, Fawkes Engineering. With them and my major domo, we won't end up like Site 1 and 2.
The first two outposts didn't have a chance. It was clear to everyone on the ground.
I saw the brief. I'm making sure every one of our people is eyes wide. You changed this planet, but that doesn't make it easy. We'll use the efforts of those who went before. Good people, every last one. I'd have been honored to fail with any of them.
Looking back isn't a good use of time. We have to keep building.
Keep is generous. We have to start. Real building, not just survival. Oh, and Pathfinder, this is for you. It's our flag. Hang it where the Nexus can see. It's touched the soil of our first outpost in Andromeda. Make it real.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually gave me a flag or not. I don't know where it's put.
Going on when you come back later.
Yeah, see, so like even the game itself is like, hey, you can't do
Nexus must
too
be
much right
waiting,
now.
Pathfinder. Relax. There will be more for you on Eos after you get back.
Any insights about the people running the show from the Nexus?
I only work with Addison. She's by the book. And with all the shit that happened, that's to her credit.
And the others?
I only work with Addison.
So your job doesn't require the others? Or do you intentionally avoid them?
The initiative was smart enough to limit the obstacles between its people and jobs that need doing. Outposts deal with Addison. She deals with the others. And I don't envy her.
What's behind naming the outpost Prodromos?
It means forerunner. Languages bore the shit out of me, but we voted fair. That ownership is key to the initiative. That's how you convince a bunch of civilians to jump galaxies. As long as we meet our obligations to the Nexus, what we build and how we organize, we get to figure it out.
Tell me about yourself.
August Bradley, retired from the Alliance. I keep the discipline, but not so much the doctrine. I joined the initiative because it's a frontier. Not a lot of those left. Not that you can reach on my pension anyway.
Any family?
A niece on Earth. We didn't talk after my sister passed.
It's a shame we drift apart like that.
Yes, well, we stay out of people's grief.
My father, your sister? Sounds like we've both lost a lot.
We stay out of people's grief, Pathfinder.
What is that? Stay out of people's grief. You've said it before.
Shit, that's right. You didn't have the block leader death talk. The thing is, you and your father, not unique, just recent. Every initiative species, except maybe Asari and Krogan, went into cryo with friends and family and woke up knowing they were all dead. Everything we build begins with that. The unsaid start to the initiative. So yeah, we stay out of people's grief.
I don't think denying it is the best choice.
Didn't say deny, I said stay out. We all have to own how we deal with it. What's that old saying? Children with dead parents think everything is possible and nothing is safe. That seems like it fits anyone in the initiative. Or maybe everyone.
What can you say about the Prodromos block?
Exacting bunch, as the science types always are. We'll eventually allow the staking of claims for groups with enough startup resources. Not quite gold rush, not quite land grants. Honored to lead them, for as long as they need me.
Just looking for a status report. Informal, of course.
Not much to report. We're making life up as we go.
We'll talk another time.
Oh, and Pathfinder, what I said about grief? Every pirate we brought to this cluster woke up with the same reality you did. Maybe think about that, when shooting doesn't have to start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Generally, they start shooting first. I mean, like, yeah, occasionally I'll start shooting first, but like 95% of the time, they'll be the ones to fire the first shot. Just because I won't necessarily see them right away.
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Haley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell. And he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
Alright.
Pathfinder, mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
I mean, here's the problem with that, right? Some of it would be irrelevant, but some of it, you know, I don't know. I mean, like teaching them about Genghis Khan. Pointless, right? Like that's like teaching them like world politics and history. Pointless, right? Because like those worlds don't exist anymore. We're not ever gonna be in probably ever be in contact with those worlds anymore, right? It's like the lessons from the history, yes, but the history itself, no.
Let go of the past. We've got our own history to make.
The Krogan and Solarians might disagree. Still, I see the sentiment, Pathfinder. Thanks.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it's important to know where you came from. It's like, sure. But, you know, that doesn't make you you, right? What technology can do this so quickly, neutralizing the radiation in the atmosphere without dramatic storm effects? Shit, the opposite. The weather's gone calm as a summer's day. That's unprecedented. Control over atmospheric pressure, gas mixture, temperature, what else? And there's the interaction. And where's the interaction? Miss the dogs, walking them in the shuttle park always helped me think through these problems. Forget side effects too. I should get a dog. Are there dogs? We got damn lucky with the conditions here. This is comparable to sea level Earth. Eos is drier, but within limits. Moisture is binding into the desert plants and soil. More now, since the vault points to a species with the same air mixed temperature gravitational comfort levels as us. Or is there another reason? Can't predict intent from results. Maybe Ryder's the one to figure out why. The how, that's my department now. Lucky old Hanley. You wanted bigger things. You've sure got them now. Materials analysis to recover kept firearms, approved. Waterborne bacteria study, approved if you don't flush your work away. Color reactions and acuity in insectoid wildlife. What? No, not approved unless you're going to make them stop at a red light. Comparison of quantum initialized string effects to relativistic waveforms. This is gibberish. I'm not giving grants for the best word salad. Comparison of quantum initialized string effects to... Yeah, I feel like that's not a real thing. Element 0 voltage resistance testing. Finally improved. All right. But yeah, like the whole thing, like where you came from makes you who you are. It doesn't. Like how, like it just doesn't. Like if I came from Mars, like, you know, like Superman, right? Like he came from Krypton, but he didn't act like a Kryptonian. He acted like a fucking human. I mean, he was super powered. That definitely changed, like altered what he was, but not who he was, you know? Get it? Maybe? I don't know.
Pathfinder. Major Domo Evan Bell Scott. I have headaches, so you don't have to. Rather, so Bradley doesn't have to. I've also coordinated with your Ket expert. He wanted me to remind you to find him.
I didn't assign a Ket expert to Prodromos.
Then he's a hell of a self-motivator. Here's the nav anyway. Precision is important.
Any trouble with the Ket?
Clearing the sky cleared it for the bad guys as well as us. So some uptick in hostility was to be expected. We've some tricks up our sleeves, thanks to the research teams. That only goes so far. Your expert is still out there. He'd have more current information than I.
How did you come to the initiative?
Like many, I was lost and looking for a purpose. That sounds loftier than it felt at the time. I was an insufferable ass. The training for the trip was probably enough to cure me of it. But I always took things too far. Didn't know how to stop alienating people until I was the alien. See? Still insufferable.
Sounds like you left some interesting circumstances.
I miss the family, and maybe they miss me. But that doesn't mean I'd go back. I mean, we can't, but still. I like where I came from. It's a great place to be from. You know what I mean?
I know exactly how you feel. Couldn't wait to be from somewhere.
Like a bullet leaves a gun. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Where'd you launch out of?
The pale blue dot, Terra Prime. Big old boring Earth. I miss that wet dog smell after the first snow melts. I don't know why. What about you? Miss anything?
I miss not being a hero. Stupid romantic things. Miss convenience. I mean...
Things were easier. So much already built. We get to do it all again. For good or bad, I guess.
Better get it right.
Another time.
Of course.
Now, that wasn't all of the fucking conversation, though.
Pathfinder.
Thoughts on your boss?
The old man. He's pretty tied into what happens here. I just pick up the day-to-day scraps. Good at cracking the whip for these science types. Doesn't fall for the details. I hope he's proud. Feels like he's proud.
Thoughts on how the outpost is doing? The planet?
Stellar. We keep it up. We'll make this world look like the brochures.
Another time.
Of course.
But yeah, that whole, like, where you're from and whatnot, like, one thing I can't stand is people who, like, they look into their past, right? And then they find that they're from somewhere, and then all of a sudden they just, like, completely change who they are to fit what they think they should be based on where they're from, right? Tan, appreciate the personal interest, but my people are getting twitchy with all the messages you're sending them. I'd like their minds on the job, not being under a microscope. Addison's the one I call. I get it, Site 1 and 2 are still raw for us too, but Prodromos isn't the same. No better way to prove that than to let us do our jobs. Give them space and I'll give you all the footage you need to make it play well back on the Nexus. Agreed? Bradley. Everyone, initial setup went by the books and we're operational in record time. Be proud, I am. It's weird. Oh, be proud, I am. Got it. Thought he was Yoda speaking there for a second. Now that the first deployment wave is in, I'm giving the all clear to break into the good stuff. We've got a new colony to toast and some lost friends to say goodbye to. Lights go down and drinks raise up at 2,000 hours. Bradley. Yeah. That's the thing with the military time. Like, I don't mind it, but then once you hit those ones where it's like at 2,000 hours, it's like, or 2,100 hours, whatever. I don't like it. It's like 2,100 hours. It's like, all right. But then it's like 2,000 hours. It's like, that does not sound right at all. I think there's a stair somewhere to go up higher. Let's see. Now maybe there wasn't as much. I could have swore that there was like a bunch of new things to scan. Now that we've got like a new outpost and like all this new tech that just dropped in, but I guess not. I don't know why scanning tech that broke gives us stuff as like all this tech that doesn't. I guess just because it would probably put way too much scanning in an outpost once you first settled it, but hey, Ramirez, whatever.
August said you might swing by. Ryder, yes? Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on Eos. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
It's early days, but promising. Everyone pitches in, everyone matters. We know we'll make this work.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-team colonies. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. He was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor. And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2-3 times a day.
Why did you join the Andromeda initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but let's say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many. I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, he suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime.
Oh yeah.
Unhurt.
Yeah. And if you're wondering about that Ket expert, I don't think that we can go see him yet either. I'm pretty sure he's out in a place that we can't get. Mr. Josephs, I find it troubling that you think I could be swayed from my duty by an offer of credits. I understand Victor Carson is a friend of yours, but that's hardly an adequate reason to release him from cryostasis and send him to Prodromos. Beyond that, from what I hear, you two are a disaster waiting to happen. I know all about the prank you and Mr. Carson pulled on Everett before the journey to Heleus. Victor Carson will be released from stasis when I see fit, and assigned to an outpost that best suits his skill set. And if I hear you've gone over my head and spoken to Addison about this, you'll have me to answer to. Let's see. On examination, no organic underlying cause, apparently suffered a mechanical failure when coming out of stasis that locked her in the pod. Clearly a psychosomatic case, but symptoms are acute. Prescribed tetravoxine and VR post-stasis therapy. Next appointment in 2 weeks. I'm seeing several cases of post-stasis anxiety and other related conditions. The techies solved a lot of the physical effects of long-term stasis, but we're clearly seeing the psychological effects run a lot deeper. People just aren't designed to be turned off for too long. Should talk with Hanley about a long-term research initiative. We're first for a lot of things. Multiple leg fractures. Patient lost his grip and fell during maintenance work on the roof. Jump jets failed to fire. Compound fractures to the right leg. Severe sprains to left ankle. Patient shows an allergic reaction to anesthetic, so I bored August and a couple engineers to hold 076 down while I set the legs. Application of foam cast and appropriate analgesia followed. Noisy day, but hopefully an object lesson to the rest of the outpost about jump jet maintenance. Patients that heated nicely should be falling off roofs again in a week. Yeah, I mean, I would hope that once we are moving to a new galaxy that we have better medical care than, you know, we currently have. Because, I mean, a week for a broken leg seems pretty fucking good. In all honesty, I would hope that by the time in real life, you know, humanity decides to switch galaxies or move to new galaxies or even just new planets, that we have better medical tech than we currently have. Because, I mean, we'll need it, right? we'll need more advanced. Well, everything, basically. So yeah, this here is the water purifier. I realized that was in one of the episodes where the audio was fucked. But that's what that is it's a water purifier. I don't really know how it works. I mean, it's just a big circle in the water, but I mean, I have some idea of how it might work, but I'm
Really
not
hope all
going to
those
say it
scientists will be
because,
safe
you know.
out here.
We came to explore and learn. That's who we are.
Already getting requests from the Prodromos labs.
For what exactly? I mean, from us, it would have to be like cat shit, right? Please remember that everything shipped to the landing pad, especially from off-world rather than sealed Nexus supplies, must go through quarantine procedures via confined observation, spot testing, bacteriological scans, or radioactive sterilization. We are a new presence on Eos, and everything added to the ecosystem will have an effect down the line. Our job is to make sure it's a beneficial one, and strong quarantine practices will really help us out. Addendum, if anyone tries to tell me or Hanley that your shipment's a special case and you don't need to bother, you'll be running quarantine twice. That Vault doohickey might be clearing the atmosphere, but we still got pockets of high radiation and bad weather across the continent. Telepresence update. Zones 10 to 12 are still smoking hot, but Zone 8 is showing a drop. Watch your shuttle's radiation shield absorption. They can take up to 190 whatever safely. Anything more and you need to head back for a refit. And remember that if you're carrying power cells or radiological equipment, those can throw your readings off. Make sure you're as safe as you think. Weather monitoring sweep. Sign up early, you'll lose your equipment. So survey flight, retrieving Team Sigma, plus planet specimens, high altitude atmosphere, whatever. Shit that they're planning on doing. So yeah, these here are the landing pad shuttles coming in off of those fairly regular. Like if you sit there, you can actually watch shuttles come in like that. They land. They don't do anything because there's really no point in going through the whole rigmarole of like animations and everything of like people loading and unloading stuff and then the thing leaving. Like, I mean, I get that it would be really cool to see, you know, actually have them land and then have people come out and unload stuff and or put stuff on and then, you know, have them get back in and leave. But like that's a lot of effort for something that you wouldn't see like very regularly. Like that's why most games, you know, if they do something like that, it's very minor. And I haven't clicked on that terminal yet because there is, let's see. Please help. This is the only way I can get the word out before someone gets killed. My work crew, they keep talking about that remnant tech. They think the initiative's lying about how dangerous it is, that a couple of electrodes in the right place could get the remnant to work for them instead. They tried before and I helped out in medbay when those remnant observers carved up Barty, but Jennings said we could live like kings if we had an army of remnant bots working and fighting for us. He's taking the whole work crew to help him this time. I have to go with them. Maybe I can talk Jennings out of it, but if I can't, someone should know why we didn't come back. So I'm not accepting that yet because that one does put a timer on it. So we will do that quest because obviously we'll be able to do it if it puts a timer on it, but I'm going to grab the Nomad and drive it closer so we can pop into it immediately. Here's the research center. So we should be able, it was a Pathfinder chess piece. Okay. Was that not what it wanted us to? I mean, I wouldn't be over here, would it? So yeah, this here is the, like, I don't use any of the remnant weapons. Like, I don't plan on using any of these. They're, it's not that they're necessarily bad. It's just, oh, actually, that's not true. I do like this. The Equalizer SMG, that one's pretty good. It's just that I want the armor. Because, like, if you actually can't see it, eh? Yeah, there we go. So, like, damage resistance, health and shield regeneration, and delay reduction, which means that your health and shield start to come back sooner after the bullets stop. So, like, once you get up to here, obviously it requires level 30, but, you know, whatever. Like, this is what I plan on using as the Remnant Heritage 5, I guess. It is. I'm pretty, yeah, right? Yeah, because it's the, or actually, you know what? I don't think that that's quite true. I think, come to think of it, I think once we get one of these, now I don't know, I probably can't research it, right? Required level 30, and yeah, I mean, So I will actually just start the research on them now. That, and then I can't research this because I need level 10. But I want to say that once we get all 5 of those, there's actually another one that unlocks. So like we have to research all of these, all 4 of these, which as you can see takes a not small amount of research data. And then once we get one of them up to 5, it will unlock a more advanced piece to research. So like this is the Remnant Heritage chest. Once that's up to 5, I'll get like Remnant something chest or like Remnant Heritage something chest. And it'll just be like a more advanced version that I will then also have to upgrade, which is unfortunate. So I'm actually going to look at my weapons here and get some of this out of the way. Since apparently the fucking thing isn't in here, which is weird. But anyway, weapon-wise, I would like the Valkyrie, I do believe, is the 1 and 7 Eagle pistol. 7 Valiant. Yeah. So, like, here's the thing, right? Milky Way is weapons for me, right? Because, like, I do like the Equalizer. I don't know. It's the last weapon that I bother to research because I don't use it all that often. But, like, for Sniper Rifle, Black Widow, 100%. Now, there is also a Widow Sniper Rifle. Like, not Black Widow, but just Widow, which is worse than this one. And then the other thing that I like to use is the Valkyrie Assault Rifle. Now, I don't remember if the weapons work in the same way as the... I'll just continue with this because I don't plan on building any of these right now. Like, I'll just go with what I have, like what I pick up and whatnot for the time being. And then once I get down to like these, you know, which I guess is quite a ways away, but you know, actually come to think of it, you know, level 10, 20, 30. So like once we get to level 10, because we're already 7. So once we hit 10, I'll try and research these and the other and the armor. And actually come to think of it, since here armor. Yeah, so like this, well, I guess I should look at the chest because that'll probably take the most stuff. Remnant polymer, silicon, uranium, titanium. But anyway, and then weapon-wise, I do like, there's a this shotgun right here, the Dan, whatever, shotgun. And for a melee weapon, I don't really use my melee weapons, but if I end up with enough, I generally try for the Asari sword because it's pretty fucking good. I'll probably end up with one of these Ket weapons to begin with, just because like the only weapon that I actually care about, or like the only thing I really care about in the Heleus research is that. Oh, actually, the Battlefield Assist module, I do like those. Weapon damage when health and shields are full, plus 20% damage. That's really good on the Black Widow sniper, because you know, obviously it's a sniper, you're shooting from range, so odds are, you know. The Seeking Plasma system, I think I use on that shotgun, actually, because it's really good. Because it lets you shoot it from long range and be actually, like, accurate at long range, which is pretty fucking good. Other than that, like, people, like I said, this here, when the current ammo clip is empty, drain 5% of health and refill the clip. That's the thing that people love. I don't know why, though. That one's pretty worthless. And actually, now the only reason I'm not researching these right now is because, excuse me, I do believe that when you research one, you automatically get one. So I'm just going to hold off for now until I plan on using it. And let's see, is there any... Ah, yes, and then there's the shield oscillator. When clip empties, restore your shields, which is pretty good, which is pretty useful. Oh god, I tend to throw that one, I do believe, on my assault rifle, or like on my rifle, because it's it doesn't have that big of a clip. And generally, as you probably have noticed while I've been fighting, I don't take cover all that often, so my shield tends to go down a bit. But other than that, I don't think that there's anything in here I really care about. And then actually, is there any augments in this one that I care? I do like these. They're not bad. It's like when hovering, more accurate. When hovering, more weapon damage. They're not bad, but obviously it requires you to... oh, I do like this one for the SMG. Because it fires a beam of electricity for automatic weapons. And it's pretty fucking... It's pretty good. It really tears through shields, which is what the SMGs are more or less for anyway. So like it really tears through shields and like robots, mechanical enemies. So yeah, that's EOS. Like I said, there's like I said, like August there said, there's not really a whole lot to do here right now, but there will be more later. We can also get new skins for the Nomad, and I actually think that I don't know if it's a DLC skin or if it's maybe it's DLC. I think I still have to buy it, but it might have been DLC, it might have been pre-order. But anyway, I mean, Y is to get in and out of vehicles. I mean, Y is how to get into the vehicle. It's very weird that Y isn't how to get out of it. But anyway, we'll do this. And this mission here is one that you can straight up fail.
Someone left a warning. Looks like a work crew thinks they can take control of the remnant.
That's an incredibly bad idea.
Hang on. Oh, it says to craft the Pathfinder chess piece, not... I see. Journal is my quest, right? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Remnant data cores. PB calls these data cores. She believes they are data storage devices. Those are the things that we need to get for her. Yeah, not that. That's additional tasks. Heleus, EOS. Okay. So.
Work crew rosters are posted publicly.
The datapad mentioned medbay. A little work, we could find where to catch up with them.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that this is close because they don't give you as much time as you would like to find these guys. And especially if you don't know the planet yet, like if you haven't been driving around or anything, which odds are at this point in the game you haven't, it's very easy to not know where to go. Thankfully, if I'm remembering correctly, besides it's on the other side of like the lake, and as long as you don't crash into the lake, odds are you're good. You're good. Work rosters week 2, water course repair, weather monitoring. Hey, Fox, Smith, and Kinnison, Jennings, Barracks, and Kasperik.
Work rosters. That datapad mentioned the name Jennings. Here, Axel Jennings, assigned to set up weather monitoring devices all over the desert. Too many locations to check them all. We need to narrow it down.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, I think, like I said, as long as you don't crash into the lake, I think it's a fairly straight shot to get out of here and get to them, which is nice. I'm trying to remember, because like if we look at the map, because I want to say that there's somewhere over here. You can't see, or maybe just over here? No, because you can't get over there. That's there. I want to say that they're just somewhere over here. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where they are. Point is, this quest is, if you're not ready for it, because like when I did, like because I had failed it once on my original playthrough, and I had to reload a save from before, which actually reminds me, since we're a save right there. Hey, Dr. Ramirez. I need your, oh, come on. I need your... Okay, dude, I need you to fuck off for a second. Oops.
Right.
I don't think I talked to him, do I? Alright, well, let's talk to him and see.
Right.
No, didn't think so. Alright.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime.
Preferably unhurt. Got it. Damn it, I can't.
Right.
Dude, I need you out of the way. Like, you are so in the fucking road right now.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, can I just...
This definitely treated wounds caused by a remnant. That datapad said the work crew tried to control them.
Sand particles were removed from the wound. Analyzing. Comparing with locations from the work roster, it's likely the injury...
Oh, maybe it's not then. Huh. I could have... Oh, you know what? I bet you... Okay. I may be... Alright, so I do believe there is a timer. I'm not going to back off on that. But I think we might get to this monolith.
I'm trying to look at the potential. In 50 years, this could be a beach vacation.
Eos will have holidays, once we figure out the seasons.
Eos feels more like a home, but it's still mostly hard work.
Remember I say you can get lost if you haven't been driving around? Yeah. This is not one of those games where I really memorize the map. Come on, up we go. Once we go back to the Nexus, I should be able to get some upgrades for this thing as well. So I think we go here and we find someone who then sends us to where they are, and then that's when the timer starts. Either that or else this is a completely wrong quest that I'm thinking of. I'm not 100% on that. It could very easily be. And obviously I haven't done any of the mining stuff, but that's because there's not really any reason to right now.
Left their gear behind.
Once I actually get some research in that going, will be more valuable.
I've got an open comm channel.
There it is.
Easy money. Once the electrical charge builds up, we'll have ourselves some nice, obedient remnant.
You better be sure this time.
Yeah, you better be sure this... Alright, so yeah, as you can see, now we have a... now we have a time limit. But, like I said... Just a little bit. There we are. Up and over the rock. And then, yeah, let's just use... And then, yeah, as long as you use your boost fairly regularly, you're good to go. It does build up, as you can see in the bottom right there. I'd let it build up more than I had been letting it build up. But yeah, it's a fairly tight schedule. Like, especially right now, because like I don't have any upgrades to the Nomad at all.
I'm not about road hazards. Interesting rocks are just as bad for the Nomad.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run.
Yeah.
I read your dossier.
Dossier, huh? Fancy. So, what's it say?
That's classified.
Uh-huh. Don't start something you can't finish, Harper.
Okay, look. Not starting any...
Help us! Please!
Alright. There we go. Okay, so, yeah, I had lots... Maybe they changed it, but I remember getting really screwed on that. The first time I tried to do this. I definitely did not get here. I don't know if how fast you get here makes a difference. Ooh, there's a nullifier. I haven't scanned one of those yet. I think they put down a shield, right? Yeah. There we go. I don't remember what happens if, like, people die depending on how fast you get here, or if it's just, like, if you don't get there in time, they're all dead. Not 100% on that. Because, like, yeah, there's, like, a dead guy there. Dead. What the hell are Vetra again? Turians, right? That's their names. I thought that, and then I was like, that can't be right. But then I was like, no, that must be right, because why else would I know that word? But yeah, as you can see, there are some dead people here. I don't think it makes a difference how fast you get here. Is that, like, there's always going to be some dead people. But I don't remember how, like, if it makes a difference how many are dead when you get here.
Your experiment with the remnant didn't work out.
Huh. Okay, who squealed? Gasbrick? Yeah, I bet. These remnant could plow our fields, protect us from the Ket. You control them, why shouldn't we?
I have a super intelligent AI and enough experience with the remnant to be careful.
Jennings, this isn't working. We tried.
Fine. But you can't protect us all the time, Pathfinder. Out here, we need every edge we can get.
Yeah, so let's just get more people that are needed to do other stuff killed while trying to do that, because that's smart. Hey, look at that, already level 8. Alright, Yeah. So yeah, this location here, I do believe. Like I said, there are some locations. Like all these locations should, in theory, turn blue once you've got like the important shit out of them. If I recall correctly, this is one of the ones that will never turn blue. I don't know why. I have no idea. It could be because this quest is here. Like maybe if I came out here before that quest or something. Oh yeah, there's another dead guy. Before I started that quest, there might be something different here that would then turn it blue, and then I could do the quest and it would still be blue. But either way, that one there is one of the few that doesn't become cleared, no matter what you do. All right, so I'm actually gonna go for this and see if I can reach it, because I want. Oh fuck! Which one is it now? It's the issue with these ones is like, I want to say it's this. Yeah, it's this way. Because I know that there's that. I'm pretty sure that I can't reach this one. Because yeah, it drops down a little bit. Oh.
Radiation alert, Pathfinder.
Yeah, like that. See. But once we leave and come back, so we'll go do the first murder. But yeah, once we leave the planet. Do the next main quest, because I don't think just going to the Nexus will do it. I'm pretty sure it might change some of it, but I'm pretty sure that you need to leave, do another main quest, and then come back, and then you should be able to clear EOS.
No, parents are gone, but my old unit could still be alive.
Yeah, some of my contacts might be kicking around. Isn't it weird saying things like that while knowing you'll never see them again?
No stranger than them being 600 years older than we are.
Yeah, but I mean, your old squad mates are sorry. They could have been 600 years older than you to begin with.
I suggest scanning.
Karkins.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece very deep, a leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the Chief became Karkin food.
Circle of life can be gruesome.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Yeah. So yeah, you just got to keep following the evidence, just like in real life.
Another armor piece, Chief Reynolds' helmet.
The search continues.
Now there is a bug there that I want to try and scan, a Karkin. Because I don't know if I got one of these things scanned yet or not. Okay, there we go. Scanned. By the looks of it, that was one I definitely had scanned already. But anyway, next up. So yeah, if we're already, like, if we found his armor, then we could definitely finish this quest then. Oh, that means that fucking Ket or something is landing. Or maybe it was just the bug turned hostile, I don't know. Doesn't make too big of a difference. Anyway, these bugs really fucking scattered this shit, man. Oh, here we go. Buried in the...
Pathfinder. The scanners picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilken was in front of the Chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light.
Right, I forgot that's... Yeah. So, like, right there, right, it's like...
Nearby. I suggest investigating.
What are we at? Right now, we'll finish this first. Because we don't have much time left.
Think that's it.
Stupid bugs. Anyway.
Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located.
Could be. So yeah, like, you know, assuming everybody was correct and Nilken was in front of this guy, right?
Nest, all right. Fan out.
Oh yeah, and there's a bunch of cadmium here. That means that he obviously couldn't have killed him, right? Because, I mean, if he was shot in the back... Nope. Get rid of them. This must have been shit that they... Oh, no, shell filaments. Yeah, right. I guess they are shelled creatures, aren't they? Okay, nothing else in here.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni tool assigned to Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. If you power it up, I can exhume its data. Accessing data. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. The scan picked up 2 shots. One, a standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from behind, a Ket pulse weapon.
This proves Nilkin is innocent. He didn't shoot Reynolds.
Seems clear to me. Good work.
Pathfinder, there is also an audio recording.
Go ahead and play it.
No! Where's Nilkin?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
Son of a bitch.
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect Nilkin. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
Yeah. So, while he did not kill him, he 100% did intend to kill him. Let's see, we're at 51 minutes. We'll just quickly pop over to this remnant thing and investigate it to see if it's one of the ones with some equipment and shit to scan and whatnot. So, unlike Ket and that, when you approach them, the remnant actually aren't hostile immediately. They do not remain that way for long, unfortunately, but...
This is resonating now. Probably with the vault.
Keep your distance!
Nope. Oh, actually, they are still... Oh, there you go. I was gonna say they were still non-hostile, but... I guess I must have killed that one before it actually finished its scan. I didn't think I did, but... Must have. But anyway, because like we explored one of these before. Like I said, usually there is a chest location. Or like a chest location. A chest somewhere in them. So these are just unmarked locations. There's a fuck ton of them around the planet. There's some remnant ones. There's some crash Ket ships and that. Other miscellaneous things I can't quite think of. Usually you get something for going in and clearing it out. Whether it be data, like scan data to research stuff. Usually there's a chest that you can get to, or a chest that's available for you to get some shit out of it. Guess not in this one though. And every once in a while there's like a very small puzzle attached to it. This one I don't see anything that would do that. But you also get a lot of resources around these areas. Like there's resources all over the place, but in general, areas like this, just like little unmarked locations like this will have some, and they'll have generally some that you don't normally see, like element 0. As you can imagine, that's not a very common element to come across. Oh, my life support's also fucking almost gone, so I should... Stupid radiation. But anyway, that'll be it for this part. Next part, we'll pop up to the Tempest. We'll get some shit done. Talk to some more people. We'll go talk to PB and Drax. Head back to the Nexus. Chat up with Tan. See if anything else needs to be done on there. We'll go see Nilkin. I'll hopefully remember to
Our people came a long way.
do
Nothing
my
here will stop them.
Not where I'd want
strike
to stake a
teams.
claim, but some will be all too eager.
And yeah, that'll be it. So I'm gonna head back right now and just build that Pathfinder chess piece just to get it done before the next part. Actually, you know what? I can do that on the ship. I don't know why I would bother. Let's just extract. I'll show you how, and then we'll end the part. Because, like I said, I don't think that there's much else we can do on here or out here. Like that Ket expert, I'm reasonably certain that we cannot get to him. Because he's way off in fucking nowhere.
All clear.
Ugh. Anyway, I don't think that we're gonna get cutscene here. But either way, thanks everybody for watching. And I will see you on Saturday for more.